Hey guys, Zul'jin here, and welcome back to another episode of Gwent. I've been playing this game a lot, and I figured as much time as I was investing into it, I might as well make some more videos for you guys, because a lot of you that are watching this watched the last video and liked it, or you're interested in the game itself. And for those of you that aren't watching, don't care. So I'm going to also assume that you guys know a little bit more than you did last time. So I'm just going to discuss the strategy. Right now I'm playing with this deck that I'm calling Monster Mash, because I really don't have any other good name for it. It involves a breeding mechanic as well as an absorption mechanic to trigger these guys, Arrakis Behemoths. And it has a few weather effects involved just for some prevention. And I tried to make the best of it. So the basic strategy is to breed units and buff them up. All of the breedable units are Necker and the Arrakis, as well as the offspring or the byproducts of golems, fire elementals, and woodland spirit. Okay, so all these units breed. Arrakis Behemoths trigger, which spawn breedable Arrakis from the deck. The Necker warriors actually put these Arrakis back into the deck, and to trigger the Arrakis Behemoths, we have this guy, which is the giant toad. Gives me a little bit of card advantage. I just have to sacrifice something from the deck. It's basically anything that absorbs another card. These guys, the vampires, which basically can eat any creature and get their strength from it, plus trigger the Arrakis Behemoths. And ghouls, which eat graveyard cards and trigger the Arrakis Behemoths. Also, I have the golems in because they spawn breedable units, and we can eat them with the vampire to kind of get a twofer. I wasn't playing with many weather effects for a little while, but I come against some strategies every once in a while, like up against Northern Realms. There's some very, very difficult stuff to deal with. And weather cards do help me a little bit. The weather cards, instead of just playing with one frost, one fog, and one torrential rain, I decided to kind of incorporate some bigger cards because I had them from opening packs. Carnither spawns frost and 2 wild hunt hounds, which are immune to frost. Woodland Spirit, which spawns fog, and rabid wolves. Rabid wolves are breedable. And this guy, Water Hag, or Gal, and basically it creates rain and is immune to rain. So they offer a little bit of strength, and they also have the flexibility of being consumed by, well, I can consume this guy with the giant toad, but it's a little bit better than just holding a weather card. Also, they can't be removed by clear skies and that sort of stuff. So it works out pretty well. In addition to that, I have a few cards to buff and clear skies to kind of get rid of effects that screw me over. So what we can do is we'll take all this into account. I hope you guys are with me by now. I'm not the best at articulating what's going on in card games, but I will try. And I hope you guys are okay with the location of the face cam and stuff. I chose to do face cam because, hey, it's a little bit more personal, and these games are going to be, let's face it, pretty personal. I don't think I'm going to be breaking any view records with these videos. But for those of you that like me and like card games like Gwent, it'll be pretty cool. Okay, let's play Eredin. It took me about 3 minutes to explain that. That's not bad. This is only my fourth take, and my first take took like 10 minutes. So, all right. So let's see what we're gonna keep. We have Carnither, which is probably pretty good because against Eredin, I don't know if it's really good, and we don't have the frog, so we'll wait to exclude that. We don't need any Arrakis unless we have the Arrakis unit. Actually, let's discard let's discard the Arrakis. We'll get a breed card. Let's just discard another one of our duplicates. We really don't need that either. I think what we should do is get rid of this guy. Alright, we did get Arrakis. That's good. We can still draw any of those cards as it goes. So, we don't want to reveal what our strategy is yet if we don't have to. So, especially since he's playing Eredin, because he doesn't know what kind of deck we have. So let's just play Eredin. He might do the same thing. If he does, I will push for the tie, which will make all my breeding mechanics come to pass because my whole deck works off of a combo. We'll see what he does. And he could still win by playing something like a cow or whatever, which a lot of Eredins do. I do that a lot too. It's basically how you want to position based on what your hand has in it and what you hope you draw. Okay, so he's probably gonna play Fog Mechanics, which we have a Clear Skies card, and that's really, really good. If he chooses to do that. So, because he's probably going to play Fog, and we're going to Clear Skies it, let's go ahead and put down the Fire Elemental. The Fire Elemental is going to spawn breedable elemental units every turn. So if he wants to extend this out and play around with more fog creatures and stuff like that, that's fine. And I can always Clear Skies it to make it better. But he's going to have to play a couple more cards to catch up with me here, or some big cards. Or execute some of his combo, which I haven't really done except for a little bit. So he played the cow, which we kind of figured that would happen. He might just call it. I think I'm still going to push, because I still want him to play another card. And I think that's what he was hoping I would do. So I'm going to keep one of these units. If we keep Eredin, that's good because he's a 10 gold card. If we keep the Fire Elemental, that's good because he'll still keep producing elementals. And if we keep the Elemental, it's still breedable. So I'm happy with my decision. And he still has to play another card, which will give me card advantage. Not much, but it'll give me a little bit. So we'll take it. He's thinking hard. Kyrie Radis? I don't know. Kyrie Radis? Okay, he's going to play Eredin, which is going to put him on top, and he's going to win the round. Actually, we're going to tie because my Fire Elemental just came out, which is wonderful. I didn't even see that. I didn't predict that. The tie is good, though. We still don't know what his deck's all about. And he kept the cow. That's actually the best thing that could have happened there. Alright, and we got an Arrakis unit, which is, I don't know, it could be better, could be worse. But that was a pretty good draw that we had. Okay, so basically we both got 1 point in the round. And we want to do everything that we can to win this round. So let's start by putting out a golem. Alright, and he used a ghoul, so he is probably not playing with any Arrakis behemoths. Alright, we're going to play another golem. We haven't absorbed any cards yet, so we really don't need to reveal the Arrakis behemoth yet. Okay, and he's playing fog cards, so that means he either did that to let me know that he was going to play fog. I don't know why he would have did that. Maybe it would prevent me from playing units on the middle row. I really don't know. Is there anything that we can play right now that would not contribute to revealing our strategy? There is not. It's just time. Let's play the Arrakis Behemoth. Alright. Arrakis Behemoth's out. He knows what it is. If he has a removal card, he's probably going to use it. If he does, that's okay. It's going to hurt us, but we still have an Arrakis in our hand. He is going to use a removal card on it. Alright, we figured that. That's okay. Let's go ahead and play the Arrakis now. So our play is going to be a little bit different because we aren't going to try to combo so much. Well, we can't really combo so much, but we're still going to play around with the breed mechanic and make that work for us. Now he's playing Arrakis, which this doesn't look like much of a strategy. It looks like he just has a bunch of cards. Let's do... I wish this was a Necro Warrior and not one of these guys, but that's okay. We will play him and add... There we go. So that puts some more in our deck. That means when we breed, we are going to draw more from the deck. Okay, so that is not going to bring any of those back now. This is becoming a really, really big challenge here. So let's do this. Let's destroy the golem so we get some breedable units at least. I still have some relatively decent cards left. Okay, he did play Fog. He hasn't played any Ancient Foglets yet, though. So, I do have Clear Skies, so it's not going to matter. What I'm going to do here is play... His card draw was kind of weird, though, because when you think about it, he tried to get rid of everything on the middle row, even though he had Fog, so I don't know what his real strategy is here. Or if he even has a strategy, if he's just playing cards. He might be. He might not have any specific combos. Some people just put together decks that are just like homebrews that don't have any specific combo in mind. And being that he's playing with some big creatures, maybe he is just, maybe he's relatively new. I don't know how the game matches player levels and stuff. Alright, so we aren't gonna get rid of this guy anytime soon. We may as well just go for it here and breed again. That's all we could do. Which is gonna give us a little bit more power. We do have 4 units of one type now, so the Thunderbolt Potion is going to be more effective than just targeting a single unit naturally. He did do pretty good to counter most of our strategies, though. And we're going to be able to buff a little bit with Zoltan. Or we can take away everything from that middle unit. What I might do is that. I might take everything away from that middle unit. I don't think he's going to use any Arrakis, though. I don't know. I think it'll benefit us more to use it on our side. Okay, so he doubled the strength of his unit there. So let's go ahead and play Clear Skies. And if he does have something like another Fog, it'll come out, and we can still use Zoltan if something catastrophic happened on that middle row. Alright, he has 58 points now. So, I don't know what else he has in his hand. Maybe it's a Clear Skies, maybe it's another Fog. I'm not too sure what, but we only have 2 cards left that we can play. So we're going to buff our units that we have right now. It's the only thing that we can do. We only have 53 points left. I mean, we only have 5 points left that we can compete against. And basically all he had was a Clear Skies, basically. I'm pretty sure that's all he had left. Unless it's a Frost, which his units would get nerfed by here. So we just play this unit.
Always well and bow.
And we summon something that triggers extra strength to our units and choose the first row to go on. And get a little bit more points and win the round. That was a good game, though. That was a really, really good game. I didn't get to really pull off my strategies. He predicted them pretty well. But that's Gwent. That is Gwent. We got time for another match, too. He apparently does not think yeah, we played a good game because he didn't give me GG. I give everybody GG. That's just how I roll. Unless they were just, you know, dicks about it or whatever. Alright, let's play Eredin again. And I'm going to get into some more decks as I build them up and some more strategies, but I need some cards in other factions. I've been really focusing on the Monsters faction for a little while now. Let me take us a little sip here. I've been talking too much. Alright. So we did do 1. So whether we win or lose here, I think I'll be happy because I did win last round. And we get to fight a different faction now, which is Skellige. Okay. It's much different playing with these guys. Let's see what we get a mulligan out. We have a really good card in here. Let's take out 1 Arrakis unit because we don't need that. We'll have 2 Necro Warriors here, which they really both contribute well to Arrakis. I'm gonna go ahead and take Arrakis out. And we did get a breed card. I think I like the way this looks. And having Geralt just gives me a little bit of flexibility. Let's go ahead and accept what we got. Alright. I hate not having a weather card against these guys because they can do some pretty crazy stuff. We don't want to reveal our strategy yet, so let's go ahead and play Eredin. He can see this card, so he knows exactly what it's going to be about. And this guy, remove 3 strength from this unit and the strongest non-gold units on your opponent's side of the battlefield. When removed from the battlefield, create a and play Craven Revived. Okay, and the strongest non-gold units on the opponent's side of the battlefield. Why did he play it right then? I'm not too sure, but if we played Geralt, which doesn't contribute to our strategy in any way, it would give him a good way to... It would give him a lot more to catch up with us.
Nothing like some overseas plundering in springtime.
Okay, so he's gonna have to execute some sort of combo here. When played from the graveyard, add 4 strength to its original unit. Maybe he's just getting it out of the way because he's going to give us the round, and he wants to be able to res that because he has res cards in his hand. So we're going to pass the turn to him. Now he's either gonna have to meet us to 22, exceed us to 22 to win the round, or whatever. But my passive ability allows me to keep one of the 2 cards. So I'm either gonna start next round with a 10 or a 12. And just as predicted, he's just gonna want to resurrect that card. So he didn't want to play the cards necessary to catch up with me or affect his combo. And he's got this guy, an Odd Drew a Vampire, and another Thunderbolt Potion. I wish I would have got a Golem too, but that's okay. So we're at 12, and this guy's add 2 strength to any non-gold unit played on this unit's row. Alright, so this is what I mean about Fog. This is going to be pretty drastic here. If I had like a Frost card, it would be amazing because he's probably going to synergize to beef up this row. Let's go ahead and start with a Fire Elemental. And effectively, this is going to produce a 1 power creature every single time. He drew a couple cards and now is discarding. Sorry I'm drinking so much water, but it's really, really tough on my throat to talk today. Sinuses and stuff. 1 and 2 cards. What are you going to discard, sir? Alright, I just produced a Fire Elemental. That's good. If he has removal, he's probably going to use it on the Arrakis Behemoth. So I could just play Neckers, which are going to add to my breedability, and it doesn't trigger the Arrakis, so I'm going to kind of push here. He does have removal of some sort. That's good that I used that. What was that? Manicore Venom. So this card is devastating to our deck, and he used it too early. He may have some more. If he's holding 2 Manicore Venoms, that might hurt, but which I'm glad I played that card the way I did, because it's about to get real. Let's play the combo. Arrakis Behemoth. Hopefully we can make this card do what it's supposed to do. If he has another set of removal, like a I forgot the name of the spell or whatever, but it just destroys. It takes like 6 unit toughness away from a unit. All right. 26 to 19. He's got draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. Okay, and these guys usually start. Yeah, he wants to play these Ancrate Warriors, and they're basically going to get. They usually get -2 strength. There's some other cards in Skellige that give a lot of buffs to things that actually lose strength and stuff like that, but don't die. Alright, so let's see. I think what we need to do here is consume something. We don't really have anything to consume yet, though. So let's... we do. There's some cards in the graveyard. Let's go ahead and use a ghoul, and this is going to trigger Arrakis the first time. Oh wow, we ate something big too. Wow. Alright, now we talking. Ghouls, sometimes you get lucky and you eat the biggest thing in your deck. Okay, this card sucks huge, man. It goes to different rows all the time and removes 1 strength from all non-gold units on the row. So this can really, really negatively affect this deck. Huge, man. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use a Necker Warrior. And we're going to put Arrakis units back into the deck. That way when we spawn any more Arrakis, we'll get some back out the deck. gonna duplicate that card. Uh-oh. So that took away all our fire allies. That's pretty rough, man. This spectral whale is bad. Random row at the start of your turn. What's bad is it can affect his too, but because he's got these wonderful cards that have a lot to do with strength manipulation, this card actually can benefit him too, so it's not a big deal. What we should probably do, if we would have Thunderbolt Potioned those other cards before, it would have been better, but not using it right away is pretty hard for the breed mechanic. Oh well. We're going to use this vampire and eat this Necro Warrior. Actually, can we eat this card because it's on our side? I should have thought about that last round. We only gained 2 strength from it, but that's not gonna happen anymore. Get that crap out of here. Whoo! Vampire for the win, baby. That saved us, y'all. That could have did a lot of damage.
Modern Freyr is patient.
We don't have to win this
She
round,
brooks
but
no
if we win this
insult.
round, we win the game too. So,
Nothing like some overseas plundering in springtime.
all right. So now we're getting fire allies again, because our main guy was still alive. That's good. Let's do the Necro Warrior again, and let's put Arrakis units back in. So if he has a Lacerate, he's going to destroy everything on this row anyway. Lacerate pretty much just removes like 2 strength or 3 strength from every unit on a row.
May Modern Freyr watch us and keep us.
And it's a big counter to our strategy. Okay, that's good. It didn't do anything stupid. All right, so we can't wait anymore before we breed, because the Thunderbolt Potions are much more effective when after you breed, and so is the Commander's Horn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and breed now, and it's going to duplicate all my breedables, which is quite a bit. It could be a lot more. I've got almost 400 points in one round before. The deck does some magical stuff sometimes. It's really satisfying when you can get the combos to go off, but it's really hard to get them this strong. Every once in a while I get confused by that card. That removes, I think, any low strength. Let's see what it does. That double all the strength of your weakened non-gold units. That's basically what happens. There's another one that does a lot of damage. It's a unique card. All right, let's start doubling strength here, or adding strength. So we have 145 points now. He's going to give us the round.
Bow before Modern Freyr.
Or he's not. Like, I really don't see how he can win. I don't think there's any cards in Skellige that can do that much in just a few turns. It's possible, though. I'm going to give it to him. We're going to keep a card on the board next round, and we have so many decent power cards that I assume we'll be able to beat him. I don't know why he wouldn't pass it and give me... Oh, because... Oh, he automatically loses if that's the case. He definitely has to play both cards in order to beat me. And I think his one draw and my one draw will be pretty good, because I'm going to have card advantage on him. So I'm just going to let him play. And we'll see what happens.
Listen here. Listen well.
Alright, that was pretty good. That was a pretty darn big card. If he has Commander's Horn, it's going to buff everything on that row and double it. He didn't have it. He bluffed. He didn't have anything to bluff for, but good game, man. Good game. Spoils of War. Alright, we're level 16. We're moving up pretty good here. I'm just going to go ahead and skip. And he didn't give me GG either. Man, these guys are rough today. Nobody's giving me no love. There's been a lot of games that I played today that I didn't have GG for. So other than that, like, I need like 15 more scraps in order to get another card that I'm looking for. Just right quick before we end the video, I'll show you what I'm looking at. I already got 2 of these guys, but I want the third one. These Crones. Play all Crones units from your deck, and you can have one of each. So if I play a Crone and I have all 3 in my deck, I'm gonna get 21 it's like playing a 21 power creature pretty much, unless you have both of these in your hand. But we have mulligans and we have this guy, so we have a little bit of flexibility in order to do that. And I think it would just be a good addition to the deck. It's a strong card. Other than that, the only other thing I think I want in a deck is extremely expensive. It's going to take us a long time to get it, and it is where I don't know. Earth Elementals might be fun too, because I think the elemental units are breedable. I'm pretty sure they're breedable. But this Grave Hag, remove all non-gold units in your graveyard from the game and add 1 strength to this unit for each. And as you know, our graveyard gets pretty stacked up, so that's a big card too. But it's 800 to craft, so we're gonna get 15 more scraps for the crones here, and we'll be able to get this crone, and then we'll start saving up 800 for that big girl here. Or we might get some Earth Elementals. They're only 200. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments what y'all think about my potential purchases and the game itself. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you did like the video, give me some dap on that like button to show your support. Leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Uljan signing off, and we'll see you next time.